Are these notifications working? Yay. Jevening from Antarctica 2.0 slash.
Hello, folks. Good evening, or good morning, or good whatever it is in your time zone from Antarctica 2.0. I hear you're having a good time over there. Over here it's just started dumping snow again, so far for the course. And of course, my YouTube token hasn't expired. Let me get that sorted. I think I got the Twitch things from last time sorted. So that's good, at least. Excuse me, sir. Haha. Stupid skeleton. Everything is normal on Mindcrack. Give me a moment. There. Continue. Great. No. Those you. Okay, we're back in action. Wind chills of negative 25 centigrade. Snow coming tomorrow. Sounds lovely. Absolutely great. For me, it's yeah, it's been just another winter day here. Kiddo sick. Wife probably sick again. So I'm probably gonna get sick for a third time in 2 months. Sort of, you know, been feeling under the weather today and been like, am I getting sick again? Or is it just, you know, am I just thinking so because it's just psychosomatic because like they're sick and now I'm just so worried about it. We'll see. Not thrilled with the way things are going here. In good news, the next Mindcrack YouTube episode is pretty much done. I rendered the first version I was watching through just before the stream and just found a couple of like volume problems and stuff. So it's looking good. I need to do subtitles or whatnot, but yeah, gonna be fun. Now, traveled here by the minecart rail, Mindcrack rail. This station is just never ever getting built. It's looked exactly the same. One of the main stations of the server has looked exactly the same since I joined. But it doesn't matter because we're gonna outcompete them. And I'm gonna find some space here to build a different type of station. So that's pretty much it. I've basically figured out how to expand my teleporter system, and we're gonna build a big thing out of it. But like, there's so much just random stuff here. Like, I presume that these circles, like in here, are supposed to be quite important things, right? It's the inner part of the minigame district. And like, out here, there's the station, there's this stuff. This is the storage. People put stuff for all the minigames. And then over here, there's just random stuff. Like, okay. Here's some cows. Couple of armadillos, bunch of carrots. Somebody found a sniffer. Like, what is this stuff? I guess it's just like people using this as an area to just make stuff. Like, what's this? Some farm of something? Cactus farm. Like, okay, cool. Eh? What? What is this? This locks this hopper when what? There's no inversion here. Hold on. Oh, there's an inversion here. So there's like an item filter, but a really weird one. And it's measuring off of the chest, not off of a hopper. What? Okay. I'm just very confused. So it's some form of sand distribution. That's not what I meant to do. So it pulls like half stack of sand down here or what? But only by 30. It makes sure that this chest has exactly this amount of items in it. What? I'm so confused. That's so weird. This is AJ's dropper, by the way. Seems like it's so ugly. It's a big, like, pest dispenser thing. I mean, not that that is a particularly beautiful, like, thing, but still cool. Deal or no deal? Is that new? Don't know. There's a petrol down here. They're all very passive. How's it going, Nalbinton? Oh, you decided you want to actually play? Okay, cool. Okay. Interesting. Let's go pick up that ominous bottle. Where's... Okay, it's all just going to this one block. Here's some stuff too, I guess. That before led down here, because this looks like if you would cover this up here and then you would let this water through, then yeah, you would put a line of blocks here, then it would all gather here. Sand and... So that has happened before, I guess. Oh well, I guess I shouldn't take people's potions or whatever. That's so weird. Hi. Okay. Chilling in a boat. This is extremely energetic music for me just wandering around being confused. This was the lush cave thing, yeah. So I don't know exactly where I'm gonna put this. Obviously I do want a rather central space. And I don't need a lot of space. I kinda... Most of this can be built underground. The full size of this thing is pretty much 2 chunks if you build it up above ground. But there's no real reason to do so. It could just be built. It could just be an entrance like here. And then the whole thing is built underground. Anyway. Should probably go home and sleep or something. Oh, right, this was the thing. Before the start of the stream, I was kind of standing up there, and I was looking around. And I was like, oh, my distant horizons is just full of like big gaps. I'm gonna fly around a bit to fill that in. Got that. Anyway, kind of the idea is to design a logo. The logo is going to be for my teleportation network for that venture. And my thought right now is to try to make like an ender pearl with the Mindcrack thing in it, right? Maybe fill that in also, like put like a lightning thing. But at least just try the ender pearl with that crack in it. I don't know how easy or hard that's going to be. And then to put that on a map art in the end so that you can have like a transparent high. You just like a... You're just a wild parrot. I guess it's somebody's parrot then. Okay, sure. I don't even know what this thing is or was supposed to turn into or whatever. It isn't much, I suppose. Oh, how's that? Oh. Okay, well, you can certainly get up in a hurry. Well, it seems very unfinished. I didn't know. What? Oh boy. Somebody had a lot of stuff there. The framing. Wow. Hot tourist destinations, I would assume that I got very early on. That wasn't the way down. I was kind of thinking that would be a way down. Here. Maybe. This looks like somebody forgot to block up that. Would I rather have my spawn here than at spawn? To-do list. Forever. Alright. I don't exactly know how... I guess Fedron would know. Spawn? Maybe I go back to spawn. Have a little chat about... I don't know if people make their own, like, glass platforms in the end for the... Right, this doesn't even have a ticket booth. Like making transparent map art. Because the way you do that, if you didn't know, is you make a map over the void in the end. And usually what people do is they make a glass platform so that they don't have to, you know, bridge out and then remove blocks and whatnot. But there is a platform in the end, and it has one of the other, like it has the AG stuck. And I don't know if what people do is lock their maps and then, you know, remove those blocks and put their own thing there for a new map, then lock that, or if everybody's expected to make their own glass platform. See, this is why you need teleportation. This is so slow. Primitive form of transport. It's a very beautiful tunnel, that is true. But it is very slow. Oh, it's raining. Of course. It's also the only thing that this mode of transport has got going for it. I don't know. Close. Are we down here? Yeah,
Paying the late and where
down.
is the Ender Pearl stasis transport system from the Lime server?
Look at a video coming tomorrow. Is this the way down? That will close after, okay?
Oh, he is below ground.
Hello.
What you doing?
I have never found the entrance to this before. I was like, okay, I'm going to try to get myself down there. And then
Oh,
I was like, oh, here's just a, well, I guess I'll just try fall down here and see what it is.
yeah, that's one of many. There's 2 entrances and exits for every cardinal direction except for the railway side.
Nice.
At least, I should say. There's also an entrance in my store that I need to make better. And there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. Haven't finished this room, and we're currently working on under here, which is going to be where the like Nautilus version of the tunnels are.
Oh, wow.
Hello.
Hey, yo. So you're like filling it out, making it all water right now.
Yeah, and then building it up and everything else, and
Oh,
digging
cool.
it out because Nautilus didn't exist when I was designing these sewers.
Of
So,
course, yes.
Yeah, and then there's like, if you come up here, whoop, I'm stuck. So there's like, they're all color coded. There's the spruce, oak, acacia, and got them. Spruce, oak, acacia, and the warped tunnels, basically. So they're color coded with the
I see.
pipes on the floor, basically. And then there's 3 concentric rings, and they get like larger as you go out. And like after every ring, basically, there's an entrance and an exit, an up and a down.
Big place.
Yeah. A lot of it's not done yet, so a lot of it's under construction.
Under
still.
construction. Well, there you go then. Oh, I see. I feel like I'm exiting into the kind of the back part of an establishment here.
Yeah. So. The plan originally was just to make it so that all the different kind of mounts and stuff could traverse around here. So, like, you could ride a horse, you could ride a ghast. Technically, a ghast fits through these tunnels. It's not coming.
That sounds like such a bad time.
Well, the roof is slabs and stairs,
okay.
so you don't suffocate unless you go too far up. But
I mean, I can barely
like,
control a happy gas in the open space, and then I'll like
Oh.
just smack my face into something. This is quite far down. Where is this? Uh-oh. I am disconnected. Shush, Vasu. Good stream. If someone found what lasted. Oh, I think everybody got booted.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, we
you
back.
also crashed. Woohoo!
I think we all got booted.
No. Armo, I think, was on. But yeah, this is basically if you wanted to like drop some or drop like airlift something up or like You know, so like if you want to bring like horses down or something, this is the gas shaft. There's going to be a tower up top, but it's not done yet.
Looks cool.
And then this area, basically, like I said, every ring gets larger, and this one is actually directly under the river. So this one's going to be like Nautilus and boats, and you can like swim, you can fly. Like flying with rockets is fun in here. It's obviously not done yet. And behind this area is a big natural underground water area. So I'm gonna make like glass walls here, and there's gonna be like where you park all the Nautiluses and stuff.
Oh,
but yeah,
it's a big project.
Something up here, or anything, feel free. You want to put like a shop or anything down here? Or...
Well, I am going to be making a teleportation station somewhere, and it would be nice to have an entrance both from above ground and from here. I don't know how it will line up with here yet, but yeah.
Well, the majority of the tunnels are from 30 to 50, as far as Y.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And other than like obviously like this is lower than 30, and like the I guess I should count, what is it? What's the Nautilus tunnel at? 21. So yeah, but like depending on the area, like I'm stuck. Oh, I didn't expect to do that, but I did. But like if you come, you know, to like
we're at the northern end of the river now.
Or the third, second. I'm right. Also, there's a lot of slime chunks. A lot of slime chunks. But yeah, if you look at like this area, there's just the tunnel that goes around between, you know, the cardinal directions. So far there's nothing else like intersecting or between. So there's like big areas between the tunnels. And as far as the rail, I don't know if you've checked that out yet, but the rail's only on the south side. There's not a rail on the north side, underground.
I think the area I was looking at is like out here somewhere.
Okay. Well, good luck.
See if we can figure that out. Oh boy.
Don't worry about that. Yeah,
you're just not allowed to get out here.
Block. Here. There you go.
Yeah, probably it's going to be on this end somewhere here.
Oh, if it's outside of the ring, then you've got pretty much free reign.
Probably make sure that it's outside of the ring.
Yeah, the ring is basically under the river.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, the entrance is likely going to be on one of the islands there, but it's kind of technically on the outside of the river.
Let me look at where we're at. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's just like over here? Here? Nope. This other way. This way.
Yeah, kind of.
Like that's over here, basically.
Yeah, somewhere here.
Yeah.
Like it's the end of that bridge that I built over the river. Like this week only.
Oh. I think the bridge is just loading on my map. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh. Like we're almost under it.
Yeah. But I haven't seen it yet. I've been down here. I've been working.
You're like a
lot of removing blocks and then adding kelp and then bucketing and
you're like a dwarf. You don't like the sunlight.
I'm working on the tunnel or the tower too, but yeah. I'm alternating between projects basically.
Nice.
But yeah, if it's outside that, then there's nothing in the way there. You got free reign.
Cool. And then potentially we can like somewhere here could be a doorway into there, right?
Yeah, the only thing is that I think this direction there was somewhere around here Chosen was thinking about like connecting up eventually, but I don't think it matters where he connects up specifically. I think he just like this tunnel I think goes to his place because he just dug like in a straight line to be like, this is where my house is. So his house is down that way. Oh jeez. But like I don't think he needs this line particularly, you know. This is just the cardinal, like, because back then there wasn't as many tunnels for him to orient off of, you know?
Yeah, sure.
So he just oriented off the tunnel I had.
Just trying to find where his house is on the map. Huh. What turns here? I mean,
Hello
we can,
there.
Yeah.
we can
Like I
make
said,
another
this
one
is just
then.
like no, this is just literally like a temporary, like, straight line. So he could find where his house was.
He can just sign up to the teleporter network and he'll be fine. He doesn't need a tunnel. So, I had a question for you as the undisputed map art master. Is there a kind of shared space in the end where we make maps, or is everybody kind of expected to make their own glass platform?
I am the only person that has a glass platform so far, but you can use it if you want to, just like, you know, if you're, as long as you're not like using it for months and being like, well, I'm in the middle of making a map, and it's like, well, you know. I think Kev was thinking of making one too, but I don't know if he has yet. But yeah, you can use the one I have. I think right now there's some carpet on it, but you can take it down if you want.
Is like the duck thing on it, right?
Yeah, the duck is still on it because I haven't gone back out there to clean it up.
But I presume
I made that
all the
on-
maps are like locked.
Yeah. I know, I made that on Christmas Eve, and I was just like, I was very tired. I'm like, I'm going to bed, and then I just haven't gone back out there to do that. But yeah, and you can use stuff other than carpets, but at least for me, I prefer doing carpets because then I just am not being swarmed by Endermen.
Yeah, I guess I will probably just figure out what I need and see if it's enough with carpets.
Yeah. There's a bunch of carpet out there, but not every color and not a lot of all of them, but there's a bunch of stuff out there already for sure.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to make your own platform, you could make it off of that one or make it off another direction. We haven't fought the dragon more times yet. I kind of thought we would have, so we could have more teleports in different directions. But like literally, the map platform is right beside the teleport out. So.
Yeah, I saw that the whole island is kind of mostly a mess, and there's only one gateway.
Yeah, that was when we did the fight. We did like a whole it was fun, but it was like, okay, let's do that again, and then we never did. And then we've never fought the dragon again, and I'm like, oh, okay, sure, interesting, all right.
We'll do that for the advancements at some point.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for the tour and the info. I'm gonna go back and plan out what I'm actually making.
The closest exit is right here.
Oh, nice, perfect. It's gonna probably be right by my. Yeah, it's almost.
Yep.
I was a good ways down.
So yeah, there's I think, yeah, the other one on this side is in the road by the tree.
That makes sense. They all be aligned, right?
But yeah, well, not quite. Sometimes they're opposite. But yeah, most of the drops are always like visible. So, I think one of the ups is in Avidia's shop.
Right.
But I figured people need to find the way to get in, but finding the way to get out is less important.
Yeah.
Because you'll get out and you'll be like, oh, where am I?
You just go like, okay, I'm inside somewhere. It's the door.
Oh,
This is the new bridge. It's halfway done.
very conveniently located.
And then probably the entrance to the station will be like here somewhere.
Yeah, I think. I don't think anybody's connected to the sewers yet. I know Cone wants to, and like he's gonna do something here, and I think he's gonna connect that at some point too. But like, there's no like real plans in this direction, I should say.
All right.
So you can get in on the ground floor. The only thing is I'm not entirely sure about the height, like above the water, where that area is like marked out in the third tunnel. but basically the height of the other tunnels. It should be right. Let me look. Let me look and see what I'm thinking in my brain. I just don't remember if I placed those blocks above or below.
I am not following.
Oh yeah. Sorry, this is just what I was saying, is that these blocks, I placed them one block higher than where they were gonna go eventually.
Oh, so the kind of
the time.
connection should be one lower then?
Yeah, well, because all these tunnels are at this height. There is gonna be like a canal kind of situation here, but this is probably gonna be one block lower eventually. I don't know.
Right. I don't think it matters to me because likely it will be like a bubble elevator drop shaft down.
Okay.
Because the whole station is going to be large.
Okay. Just making sure that I'm not like, okay, now I'm doing this thing, and you'd be like, oh, I made my floor at this height, and I can't change it. I'm like,
my entire thing is this height now.
Work around it, but just one of them things.
It's okay. As Minecrafters, we always love when stuff is one block offset.
Yeah.
Not that I would ever build anything one block off.
Yeah, no, never. Not a once. I definitely didn't. Armo definitely didn't almost build something one block off just now.
All right. Well, I'll be heading off. Thank you for the guide.
All right.
Right. I was like, I'm stuck. Let's go this way. And let's travel the more civilized, modern way. Oh, I should check this also. I don't think anybody's bought anything. People kind of bought a lot of stuff whenever I found the new patterns. And then whenever then it slowed down. That was awfully slow. So, teleportation, eh? But yes, what is going to change is I'm going to scale this up and turn it into a venture, basically, let others in. So what I'm thinking is maybe we try. So I want to make map art out of it. I also want the ability to have it as a big sign, right? So I want probably the map art is going to maintain the Minecraft pixel density. So I'm not going to do like something smoother with more pixels, if you will. We'll just put like blocks in a chunk. Not a Minecraft chunk. You know what I mean. But I'm thinking maybe we just start by laying out like a flat pixel art of an ender pearl so I can kind of experiment with it. And that seems to have, there's definitely a darker outline on the outside. I wonder if that's, maybe I should open that like file. There's certainly a whole lot of different green hues in it, which I'm not sure how many there are in the game of different like map colors. I mean, worst case, we'll have to do one like the kind of flow. Oh, that's interesting, actually. There are two different questions. One is what are map colors? And one is what are the colors for when if I'm building it as pixel arts in blocks? And of course, those are two different things. Was the map art going to be for a shop? A station. So I'm building a transportation network, basically. There's sigils. Oh, slash. Go dig this thing up. Oops. lot of noise. Textures, item, and pearl. Let's zoom the heck in on this thing. Enhance. Okay. So immediate revelation. The outer edge of this thing is actually 2 different colors. But it's one that is being... It's 2 colors that are being used in the interior as well. I think. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other colors, I think. There's 8 hues of green in total. Pearl Cannon Adjacent Transportation Network. No. This could certainly be one of the lighter colors. It's pearls, but not cannon. I want to be able to build this sideways, so I'm not going to use grass. These are way too blue. I need more like dark greens. Surely this is just going to strip this and it's going to look better. I will do this. Quite different. Alright, let's put away some of this wood. I was using all of that for the bridge, but we're not going to build the bridge right now, so put that away. Somehow, I'm running out of food again. Dark prismarine. It's a good shout. My problem is I don't have much. Emeralds, maybe? Skulk for the darker parts? It's not gonna have... Well, the problem with Skulk is it's not a consistent color. I guess that goes for prismarine too, though. Where have I put my prismarine even? Like here somewhere? Suppose if I need more, then I'll just have to go get more. Is there a terracotta color that turns out reasonable? And this is basically the same color as the oxidized copper. And I like that better. Like, because it's just a one color smooth thing. So I don't think we do that. Okay, let's grab moss and look at the wall colors, I guess. Is there anything else from here that I would like? The darkest ones could almost potentially be black wool, to be honest. Guardian Farm Ahoy. There's somebody who has a Guardian Farm. Let's go grab moss. I feel like most of the greens are going to be too green. Like an Ender Pearl green is very bluish green. It's a really cold green. Hold on. It's this chest. Yeah, this is way too like vibrant, warm green. Like Ender Pearls are more like cyan than they are green. Le baguette. All right, sure. Somebody has a shop with Guardian stuff. Like both this and this are just incredibly light. And I don't think any of these work, to be honest. The one I'm not thinking about, like maybe just a... No, really, I don't feel like they do. I mean, even the cyan wool is quite... I need more blue cyan blocks. Otherwise, I'm going to have to recolor the entire thing. Get rid of that. Toss these. Oh, okay. All right, put them there, I guess. What else? I guess well, we have concrete powder left, but really their colors are very similar to the walls, aren't they? I guess there's all kinds of leaves, I guess, but that's, I don't know how, is that going to look good? Might on the map, but not in the pixel art. This is very much this color, right? I mean, so we need a bunch of in between. So I said there's like, what did I say? 8 colors? Hold on, I need to look at something here. Or just doing cat things. Fine. No Endermers. I feel like there's so many nature things. There should be more greens. I'm gonna take that just to... Actually, it's quite close to this. Okay. Let's... Where did I put all my dice? I know where I had them. Oh, it's a cat scam. I know where I had all my dice before I sorted everything. Do that. Do I have any sand? I don't even know where I would have sand if I have sand. Probably actually have sand in some random... Might even be this one. No, I did not. Oh, I did have sand in here. Cool. Certainly isn't going to be a lot. Okay, well, let's do that. Nothing else of use really in here. Stash that. And then I suppose convert a few of them into the real deal. Because that does have slightly different... Okay, so the wool and the concrete powder are very close, but this is actually a little darker. They're definitely not what colors glow like in. On a map, I don't think it shows up at all. I think it's transparent. But I'm also thinking about pixel art in... You know, in the real. These are much more purple than they are. And initially, I'm thinking about building this in pixel art, like physical block form. What type of terracotta might... Like, how does... Green terracotta, maybe? Do I have any... I don't have any terracotta that isn't already like, dyed. Let's go Nabsam. Suppose you're going for flat map art. I forgot to run the second ad thing on the start of this stream. Sorry about that. I am going for whatever turns out to be the reasonable solution to this. Depends on, like, obviously would prefer flat, but If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I'll put some stuff away here. And I suppose we'll put sand in here too. Let's go grab some terracotta. And there are some badlands over here. Ooh. Interesting. So I've filled out that bit with distant horizons. I think there's more badlands here, but let's kind of fill in between. Because it's really nice to try to fill in when you can. So, because it makes such a difference to the way everything looks. Don't think I want to grab from there, so let's go here maybe. I wonder if people have been mining down there, because it looks very flat. People have probably been mining red sand here. Is this orange? Right, that's orange terracotta. Okay, well that's kinda worthless. Well, never mind. Let's go grab from here. Yeah, the process here is I'm gonna try. We have ads starting soon, by the way. If you don't like the ads, you can sub to the channel or get Twitch Turbo. I can't turn them off. I'm sorry. I wish I could, but I can't. Just Twitch things, eh? Yeah, the process is going to be, let's make the thing in flat pixel art and then think about map art. So I'm not too worried about the map art part of it right now. Shows up on maps. That's a light green thing. With quite a lot of blue in it, actually. Kind of almost more cyan, isn't it? Either way. Let's grab a stack of this, I guess. Should be enough to experiment with. If I'm actually going to end up using it, I'm going to have to mine up more, I think. Thing is, I want to be able to make this as a big sign, right? And the map art might be more for... here's a sign towards the station. I got an arrow towards the station. Then... same as Verdant Froglight. Maybe. Verdant Froglight's actually a good shout, because there are a couple of pixels in there. Like, these two up here are very light, actually. But like, I would probably, you know, use the Froglight over the... Had a cool view, but oh my god. Do I want to do a big sweep? No, we'll just go home. I was thinking about whether I should go try to fill in some missing part of Distant Horizons, but it's fine. I thought Distant Horizons had like a server-side thing that sent the data, but I guess not. Okay, so I do not remember how these things look. Where did I have my here? So, you know, cyan terracotta becomes gray. Green terracotta. It's a little too, again, warm green. Can do, but is that installed? I don't know. People were talking about swapping from Distant Horizons to the other thing, whatever it's called. But the other one doesn't work with my shaders, so I need. I don't think I have them there. I might have them. I have them in here. I need my. I guess I could just mine stuff with my Silk Touch pick, even though it doesn't. Looking for my hose. Okay, they were actually in where they kind of should have been. Where I thought they weren't because I thought there wasn't space there. GG. Cyan concrete is actually surprisingly close to light blue. Distant generation enabled set to true. Huh. We should definitely fix that in that case. Because the other one doesn't have a server-side mod at all. So there's no conflict there. It could just be installed. Unless there's some configuration problem. I'm actually going to just throw a note about that into our Discord. I'm not feeling great about the amount of blocks that we got for this, but I guess we'll make an attempt. Probably with the, well, with the amount of block, I might need to do I use a black thing somewhere? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so technically I have like 8. Probably don't want to use the concrete powder if I can avoid it. These two are extremely similar. And this is definitely going to end up getting used. Love to replace this with something, because it feels like it doesn't really fit in. So potentially I do that, but then use black wool. You'd rather use cyan concrete or cyan wool? Kelp block. That's an interesting thought. That is a block I basically never use. Where is my kelp? Let's make a couple of them. While I'm preparing to build, I'm kind of making a pixel art build of an ender pearl, and it's supposed to become part of the logo for my Stasis Space Transportation Network. And I'm also going to be making map art for it, but we're just kind of trying to figure out which blocks are useful for this thing in the first place. I mean, it's not terrible. Maybe it has to be that way, though. The thing is, those lines are just going to pop, aren't they? I think those lines are going to end up being extremely visible. So, well, that is a good idea. That was a good idea. I don't think like it as much. Maybe we'll grab some black wool. Maybe we use black wool for the actual, like the most dark outline, and that it'll be fine. And then I'll use the Gulk for the one that is slightly lighter. Did I just go past? No, we're here. Good. Like we'll do this. I think that's fine. Let's just try. See what happens. I'm just gonna flatten a bunch of area here. And we'll use that to build on. Just as a test. Wow. My inventory is so full. The lines won't show on a map though. Sure, but I'm still going to start with the pixel art form, and we might look at the map thing later. Hey Koi, how's it going? Don't need the 1 seed. Please and thank you. Like, arguably, the real pixel art version here is much more important. Mostly over the sick. Glad to hear it. I am hopefully not getting sick again. But a bunch of illness going in family right now, so not like entirely confident about that. Okay, there, and then it does this. Yes. Slurp. I'm not so sure about this. And actually, the center of the whole thing is also dark. So there's like a little core of this. And also likely, if I built this as a logo, it would be like a sign, so it would be standing up. Okay, which color is the next? I guess that would be... I'd probably be dark prismarine. I'm just kind of remaking this thing from how the image looks. For reference, that's this. I'm feeling less and less hopeful that this will actually turn into something nice the longer I get into the process. Yeah. Okay, I need more warped wood, apparently. And I am also using the warped hyphae, so... Next thing to do, I suppose, is to get some more of that. Right. Oh my god, this inventory. Don't need the green terracotta. Just carrying one cyan dye. Where does the copper go in this whole thing? I guess it's the next color over or something. The problem we have is this isn't just a clean gradient. It's like stuff is becoming more and more blue. So it's going from more green to more blue as we go through it. But oh well. Not much here. Really? Okay. All right. Don't know how many more of these I needed, but terracotta light blue. Okay. I do not know how that looks. I'm also not sure that I've got the right amount of colors here. Let's see. This is supposed to go like that. And then in here. Okay, definitely need more. Same color goes here and then like that, I think. And the ones up there. Yeah, there are two more base colors and then there are two really light ones that go here. Terracotta light blue. You're only saying that because you want me to pick up all my blocks I just finally managed to get out of my inventory. Ooh. That is just really purple to me. Looking at the icon is quite far away from those. I don't think I want to do that. A good shout, thank you. The only thing is, I think a block that would actually be really good is probably a diamond block for some of these, but it would be 5 diamond blocks per sign, and I don't think I'm willing to do that. So what did I say? I have 2. Probably do that then. Use these as the highlight blocks. Which direction is this? It's that way. That would mean there's these here with these above. And then there are 2 down here with 1 below. Like that. And then I have 2 more colors. And so that would be wool and I guess stripped log of stripped stem, right? These are very similar. You can reinvest the payments you get from the users of the system into the system's logo. No. Or this, and the station is very expensive. The thing is big, okay? Oh god, I'm gonna need so many of these. And it's already, I'm feeling like this is gonna look really ugly. Something is wrong here. What is wrong? Why is it not working? Oh, it's because these are supposed to be like both of these. And then here. And then this. Lol, I can as an overlay. That's true. Let's fill in these. That's supposed to be another one of the stems. Wait. No. Should have taken out my shears. All of those, and then these two, and then these two. The rest are supposed to be the hyphae. But this just looks awful. Like, all up. The whole thing just looks garbage. So, I'm not going to even entertain the future of that. Up there. It's in here. Where did I put it then? Oh, did I put it in here, maybe? I have shears in there, but not the good shears. What? I put them... Oh, I did put them here. I'm not on the row where I was looking. Okay, probably then. God damn it. I'm going to need to completely rethink this. Like, figure out a different type. Like, not... what I mean is... Not a different color, but just a different imagery overall. The alternative would be to try to... Because what I did now was kind of try to bend the whole thing blue, right? Move the whole thing more blue. Another option would be to try to move the whole thing more green. But I'm not sure. The other option also, like if I wanted to think about other kind of imagery, would be to just have the Mindcrack crack, if you will, as a... Well, one thing I could do is have the Mindcrack logo, but then with the crack filled in with like a yellow lightning thing. Or I just make a yellow lightning thing. I don't know if anybody's made like a Mindcrack logo pixel art. How large would that need to be? Maybe just retool here entirely and just think about like yellow lightning stylized thing. One thing I haven't figured out is whenever I take wool out, I end up in this situation where I just have wool everywhere. Because as soon as I take it out, it now no longer fits into the chest because the whole system is overflowing. I guess I will put concrete into the same place as I have the terracotta. This is the only concrete I have. Okay, this just does not fit here. Ah. I mean, the original purpose here was to have all the saplings, so I don't want to take them out. lodestone. Suppose so. What this imagery could be interesting. What if we did this pattern, but only this part and in different colors? Where did I have my copper? It was at here. And my... This goes here, but where is my roguelite stuff here? This is used in the portrait. That's true. I mean, I think about it. When I think about it, I think much more about the ender pearl part than that part. But it would be nice to... It's a nice little pattern. It's not that large. What is it? It's 10 across. And it has darker gray, a lighter, still dark gray. There's 2 light grays, and then there's 2 kind of whites. Could definitely replicate this pattern almost exactly. So we need six hues. And it's kind of, they're quite straight grays in here, and then it turns more like bone, like sandy colors. It's interesting. What color would we use then? What color would be the... Because basically what we're doing then is a colorized version of this, right? One with an actual saturation to this. This is very desaturated. Maybe blue? Just a pure blue? I mean, I guess the silly thing to do would be to do lime and green. But I suppose what I can do is color this part, but not the white part. I guess this is tricky then. Let's start by just building it. I guess I should not use black. Color palette you were using for Ender Pearl. I just didn't like how those ended up looking. I think the ideal, if possible here, is we try to use as many kind of gray looking blocks as possible. Maybe I should be using black then for some of this. If we use like wool, then wool is a really uniform block, right? I'm gonna open that image so I have it on my other screen. Oh. Computer struggling, what the hell? Here, why? Textures, block, lodestone side. Okay, so I definitely need white wool and probably bone blocks. And then I think I'm 1 short. Which could be stripped pale logs, potentially. That's green. Let's see. I think there's... Let's grab white. How many of the porters are you going to be? Not sure. How many stations you mean? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure actually. 1. Those are definitely. Maybe I try building this just to. So the amount of stations is completely unknown. A station is a decently sized endeavor. It also depends on how many users the system has. Okay, I should build all of the dark parts first. Should we be like that? It's possible like the right thing to do would be to put like something in between these. Another dark color. Oops. I definitely want a station here. There's definitely one. The main station is at spawn. We certainly want a station at Goodland. I think I'm gonna use this here. And there's one here. And I think these are the same, although this coloring here is slightly odd. Either way, I guess we can do that. So the lightest thing is definitely just this. Yeah, there's a bunch of in-betweens here. Is interesting. Doesn't really show up though. Maybe. I feel like what is happening is the color variation becomes it's much more visible when you build it out of blocks in full scale. So maybe I need to stylize the thing more for it to like really work. Perhaps people could choose a color for their corresponding border. So what I'm likely what it will be doing is once I've done the first set of them, I would likely. Like, I've done the main ones, right? I would likely be selling the service of making one for people. And then if you buy a station for your base, right, you can pick whatever the color scheme, or if you want to decorate it yourself or whatever. But I don't think that applies to the logo. And I certainly don't want to be building map art. For like a million different types. Okay, well, ran out. Like the logo is really this, right? And trying to do all the kind of shading stuff that's in there is kind of muddling it up a bit. Could also do something like this. I'm just kind of extending this based on the original logo. I don't know if that's better or worse. Could even be, we could even fill in out here, actually, with some color. For some reason, I'm thinking like something really bright, like red or maybe a blue. Terracotta for that, deep slate and tough, good for the grayscale. Yeah, what my thinking is, it's just kind of not working to do that. Oops, at all to begin with. Next one. Okay, I've got yellow, orange. Also, I want to do like magenta or something. It's very striking. With this, I think I'm kind of giving up on the idea of incorporating the Mindcrack into the image. Into the logo. Kind of liked it more when it had some gaps, actually. This is at this point just a really abstract art thing that has slight connection to the lodestone image. Maybe fine. You can also choose to do more gaps. Just take this back and just keep these kind of corner angles. Which is maybe gonna look a little bit weird if it's like a sign. Because now it's like, how is the sign being held together? Think about this as a, you know, a vertical thing rather than a horizontal. I don't mind these. Another good part about this is if I want to build this as a map art, it's absolutely fine to just use a whole lot of carpets. Okay, never mind that. Oh, I should be able to sleep. Really? That sun is totally setting. I think this kind of became a reasonable size also, which is nice because the ender pearl thing was a little large. Do we like the corner angles? I guess it's also this, if we do this, it could be a thing that is the color of a station. I think I like the red more. What if we move them in? You've heard of carpet mod? Now get ready for carpet map. I mean, that's how most of the maps are being made here, to be honest. They're just building with carpets on top of the glass platforms. Okay. I kind of like that. Now the question is, should this be flat? I suppose this could be built out as like a cross shape with this same image on each like cross piece. Does that make sense? I don't think it does. I think it makes more sense for it to be flat. But it could also be... could be like a circle. Like the whole thing is a sphere with each layer raised. I am highly doubtful that this is going to turn out to be something I like, but I want to try it out at least. Yeah, no. Definitely flat. So now the question is, do I make a transparent map where this is the center in the center of it? I think that is what I should do. And we'll just use these colors of carpets, lay it out exactly like this. I think that's the win. And then you could put that map on a bunch of different blocks. Like you could put it on a light block. Could even put it on like for all, like you have a kind of signpost or almost like a street light with that on either side. The lighter parts could be erased. The darker is supposed to indicate shadows in the actual lodestone. But I think at this point, it's no longer about light or shadow. Right? It's about, this is a logo. Okay. I should try it. I don't think I'll like it, but I should try it. If you would believe it, lime is actually not that close to the favorite colors for me. That's actually not bad. And it is the Lime Porter company, right? Do I go lime chat? Should I like make my whole character into some form of connection of lime? I think maybe we do, actually. You should think about the other colors as well. Like I only used them because they were closest to the lodestone, but it's not necessarily true that like the dark has to be dark gray, right? We could also make it more I don't know, increase the contrast, I guess. Or you can keep the, use different colors. I want to experiment a bunch with this before I start actually building some map art with it, because once we do that, then it's really, really locked in. And also, because it's going to be map art, I don't think this is customizable for people. I think this is just the logo for the whole system. I mean, that kind of looks nicer, to be honest. People can customize the theme of their stations. What if the whole thing was darker? Actually, not sure. I think I'd prefer to keep the branding of the Lime Porter company intact. Be interesting to see it with stone and obsidian. You're just trying to make me put down a bunch of obsidian. That's going to be really painful to pick back up. I think I want to keep it at wool. Is this better or worse than any of the previous? I'm honestly kind of tempted to just go back to the original. Light gray, dark gray. Prefer the previous. So all the way back to the previous? Like to the start? Or with more contrast, I see. So that would be light wool, light gray, and black, I suppose. Yeah. Seems okay. What is the scale of a map? The most zoomed in map. You know this, chat. Is it 4x4 for every pixel? I will not need the red. I will not need this. I don't need the bone blocks. The nice thing about building it all out of wool too is that it gets a uniform kind of surface. You don't get this weird like, oh, I'm gonna kind of squint my eyes a little bit to pretend that it's not like a bunch of weird blocks that don't really belong. I don't need the white. I don't need the dark gray, I suppose. Yeah, wool is also a good material because I have it. That's true. Let's see. Where the heck did I have my things? No? But in this stack, yes. I guess I can just sacrifice a map to try this out. Let's do a red thing. I guess we have this. Ideally, I'd have a corner thing here, but smallest map is 8 by 8 chunks, or 128 blocks for 128 pixels, and we want a 16 by 16 thing, right? (16 by 16 pixels). No, hold on. Well, how wide is this to begin with? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, yeah, so it's 16. We have 4 blocks of nothing on either side. Wait, no. It is 10? 3. This is for 3. Yes, okay. So for it to be 16, that's the full extent of the thing. So we have a whole lot of nothing in there. I guess I will see, because I also have there's a map on there already. But if we want to 16, I mean, it's gonna, so each pixel is 8 by 8, right? So each pixel is a stack of carpets. And 2 stacks is okay. Two stacks of wool is 3 stacks of carpets, right? Count that backwards somehow. I don't know how many blocks this is. We just bring a shulker of each color, I think. I do not think I want to count more than that. Let's make a gray and a black. Black actually is in here. Black shulker. Didn't I have any? I don't have any light gray dye. Oh, add more in here. Okay, cool. Good times. I guess I need another white then. Light gray dye. This thing. Stuff the rest in there. Let's go fill these. I guess I'll keep this map because I want to have a map of my base or something. That's been used up heavily. Huh. Should mend it. Wait. Yes, I'm going to the right place. Cool. So we need light gray times a lot. God knows how a lot, but we'll take a full shulker because why not? And then black. Where did, okay, it's sitting on top of an observer. That's fine. So doesn't like end up in some other farm and messed it up because I was clumsy with my wool. Oh, never mind. For some reason I had more of that. All right, so now we have our 3 collars. And I guess I should just make this in an image. Start by messing it up. Thank you, Mods. And okay. All right. So now I have that. Do I need anything else? I need to not have a bunch of stuff in my inventory, I suppose. Is it that bad, you think? I guess it's a nice test for the command. Let's see. I do not want to be carrying the ominous bottles. Finally, one will stack, because now I have all of them in there. I do not want to be carrying a bunch of peeper. Although I am running scarily low on rockets. Do I have more? Waiting. I do. And I also have more stuff in there. Maybe I should just have taken that. You know what? Yes, I will. We are going to need to fly a bit in the end. End is another very likely... End portals, very likely teleporter station, right? Seems like a given. A bunch of iron ingots for no reason. Put them in here. Sticks, sure. I'll keep a boat, sure. We can put away the hoe again. And I should probably mend this before I go. That seems fine. And I do have a water bucket. Yeah, that's fair. Now I need those iron ingots. It did work, right? Holding the right thing. Very good. Yeah, it's good enough. Putting the right thing in here, yes. Cool. We're coming up on another break, folks. So let's maybe actually take this as a break. So there will be ads playing. Sorry about that. It's a thing that Twitch makes me do. Can't really control it. If you don't like the ads, you can get Twitch Turbo. It gets you ad-free viewing on a lot of the site, or you can sub to the channel if you just care about here. That also gets you ad-free viewing, and you'll get some funny clips instead from the channel past. By the way, if you want to see more fun moments in those clips, please make clips of fun things. because it's really hard for me to find the fun things if they aren't clips. And there's a clips channel on both the actually, I'm not sure. There's a clips channel on my Discord at least. Is there a clips channel on the Mindcrack community server? No, there's not. But anyway, we will take a break now and we'll be back in a few minutes. So feel free to step away, grab some snacks, fill up your drink, and we'll be right back. You have an iron golem in your backyard? No, he's actually out. Okay. Okay, that just we need we need that. Yeah, okay, that's good. I'll leave now though. Thank you. That was fun. Appreciate that. Just ignore the leaves. But they're floating leaves in Minecraft. What kind of See? The leaves hurt you. And they took offense. And we're gonna go straight down until we find a block where we can stand, which is here. Great. Switch back to... You were onto something with the unlucky 13. So now we're set. Now we're
This will be a short one.
I was going to, like, you know, calmly explain that this is how we set it up, and now we're ready to start.
Best start ever.
Do you want to bet, chat? How many of you think that I'll even get into the world before we get a game over screen? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Wow. Alright, here we go. I guess so. Just what? Alright.
It can only
there's
get
a piglet.
better from now
There's a
on.
piglet. Does this all sound like cat? Yes. Okay. Yep.
Wow.
What shaders? Silzer's vibrant volumetric lightning extreme version. Another reason I like BSL, because you can say BSL. Not like the amazing Mega Pack Extreme Ultra with all the bells and whistles. Oh my god. Oh boy. You remember when the map artists came and like map arted all over the place? That was pretty art, you know. My bed is in here. I can't even access my bed. This. Right, that was an appropriate clip. Let's yeah, exactly. Let's get ourselves to the end. What's the quickest way? Probably Nether roof. Thank you very much, folks. Welcome back to yourselves. Hello, Vanilla Spooks. Oh. I have been quite silly. I'm glad I realized that I've been quite silly now and not after reaching the platform in the end. Because that would have been quite sillier. You might, yeah, right, I have my shulkers there. You know what you might want to bring if you're going to be making map art? Any guesses? Maps, yes. that might be a good idea. Or just like a singular map, yes. We don't need to have these here anymore also. Okay, hold on. There. We'll just make a few. There might be some that I can't remember. I should not be relying on that regardless, right? That seems like a very silly thing to do. Alright. There. Let's stuff these in with the other ones from the farm. Also a good time to see how much we've gotten. Almost half a chest. Half a double chest. Well, a single chest. A shulker's worth. Not bad. For the effort we put in, not bad. Definitely. Almost fell down there.
Yay.
Schrodinger's inventory. I'm sorry, what? Thank you for the follow, lol Blaze. Welcome in. I do not have my notification things open, I just realized. Also, I'm not sure I ever said thank you for the things during the intro, but so thank you during the intro. Let's see. I think we're heading pretty much just due north. Would make sense. West would not make sense. Spawn is northeast. And the end portal is, I think, mostly west from spawn. Was it? This doesn't seem to be it. It might be closer to the spawn. That's it, I think. I have slept at base. Yeah, we're good. We're chill. We're fine. Map area here is pretty much directly west, if I recall correctly. But let's double check that. Slightly north. Okay. Nice. Distant Horizon's doing. Horizon. I just take the teleport. Oh, I see. It's the one and only gateway. This is walk up the mushroom stairs. Slowly loading in. All right. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff here already. That's nice. Like that. Interesting. You could make interdimensional line porters. Not entirely. Yeah, this image is still on here. So is this how those... Oh, this is why there was a shaded line in some of these. That's high level map art. I am going to just take away... Wait. These are 5? What kind of scale is this done? So I can make teleporters across the dimension boundaries, right back. The triggering mechanism only works in the dimension you're in. YOLO scale. Okay. I mean, that's a good one. Just to verify, I'm going to go back and see that this map doesn't update. But I'm not breaking something the moment somebody picks up this map. Oh yeah, totally. Okay. This map is not locked. Those are the test ones? Oh, I see. So those are meant to be always updating here? So that you don't... Okay. But I'm... Okay. There should be one in the chest. This is some map. This is the same map as that. I'm quite sure. Yeah, if you hold it, they all update. Yeah. I see. So the idea is you take this map to get a test so you can see this, but why wouldn't I just put the map that I'm working on? Either way, I think what I want to do is this. Oh. It's the bottom of... For me, it doesn't matter, I guess. Because the pattern I'm making is symmetrical. Let's wash this away. I will trust Vedran in all things that are about maps. So... we'll just assume that this is... the real version of this map is locked. The video has details of the triggering mechanism, yes. It's brilliantly simple, and it's not my invention. I'm just hooked it up to my own enderporter system, and the video that is the next video after that will have, like, expand the system like crazy. Hopefully. Unless I get sidetracked into other things. And the next video becomes something completely different. Who knows? But yeah, the next Mindcrack video will be out tomorrow. Which will explain all that. That's really cool. Distant horizons make such a difference in situations like this. I also have a farm out here in the end that is in that video. And I will give you the teaser that making it, it's a very dangerous farm, and making it did go wrong. What is making me so hungry? Is it just the walking around? All I'm doing is pouring water. How wrong? You'll have to see the video, I guess. There were many things that went wrong in the process of getting to making that video, or making that farm, actually. Only part of them when actually building the farm. Was it one block off? It was not. Okay, wow. These are green, right? Yeah. Bunch of white. Some red. Oh, red. I guess I'll keep the black because I'll be putting down black. Oh, the scale. Stupid scale. It's taken a long time, and I have done nothing but wash away the previous one. The amount of work that Bedroom put in making all of these maps for like the holiday things and whatnot, it's just staggering. I imagine. Oh. I'm very grateful that there is this platform already. I don't have to start by building that. I'm just picking up items, like carpet items that I can't even see because they're on the other carpet. I built a similar platform recently, agreed. Color platforms? So you want like backgrounds essentially, right? If you're building something that is dominantly red, then you build it on the red platform. Is that what you're saying? Like, I think there's one that is used up, like, all of the redstone output of the witch farm because it's built up redstone blocks. Which is... This is the amazing, like, amount of farms you have when you can build a like, a background out of redstone blocks. I'm likely gonna need to sort that out too. I need redstone an income of redstone for these teleporter stations. They're quite big. I have a full design for the kind of so there are two station types. There's the main station and there's the and every other station basically. There's just an empty shulker box in here. Okay, sure. And I have the design fully spec'd out for the other station, if you will, but not the main station. And but the other station is a quite big thing already. Lots and lots of machinery in the space of 2 chunks. Didn't realize that glass over void would make a map clearer. Just void doesn't do it. No, glass is the key. Yeah, okay, interesting. I presume it would be anything that is transparent on a map, right? Any because there are other blocks that are also transparent. Bedrock maps are just completely different in kind of all ways, so I would assume that map art and also bedrock item frames are very different. So Like, we rely on an invisible items data pack to make the maps actually useful on the server as well. So there's that. Good thing to keep in mind. That is, like, even if you can do this part without a pack, then you end up with a thing that just shows the background of an item frame, which isn't entirely useful. And just comment about how cool a story end like this looks. Yeah, I like this, the way this shader pack is showcasing the end. Which is really cool because it's been one of the things I've liked the least about some of the previous shader packs I've used. All right, we're getting there. Last bit. That's it. Quite hard to see these for some reason. I guess it's just top of glass over nothing. All right, now we've got to figure out how to start in the right place. Because it's far away from the corner. That's a lot of brown. How did I get one green out of all that? I do not need a white. I guess I should probably start with the lime actually, because it is kind of corner pieces. How much do I need? It's a stack for each pixel. And there are 12 pixels. Well, I took 4. Well, this should be all that I need. Chunk borders is really smart. I did not think about that at all. Each chunk here would be 2 pixels. Which means I can go exactly 2 chunks over and start, and it will be in the right place. That looks really freaky. So I should be starting here. And as soon as I've started here, we should be fine. That looks roughly correct. Wow. How many years have I been playing Minecraft? I don't actually know. Many. Done a pixel. Yay. Yeah, it needs to go this way and this way. Okay, cool. I mean, from now on, it should just be really simple. Well, simple, except, you know, managed to place carpet in the right place, which will always be my weakness. Standing on the edge of the carpet, looking down, so your body is in the way and walking sideways. Okay.
Yay.
Also, we're now getting a lighter edge here. This is all, like, the map feels really dark. Hey, it's the first non-scammed cat cam today. There's a way to there's a way to avoid this. Is it just making the entire thing a slope? I think potentially we can put a glass block here. For Seba, last I saw, she was sleeping on top of a pile of clean laundry. We don't have any extra glass panes. Should also be transparent. Try those. I believe it is just there's something there at all. And anything transparent seems like it should. It does nothing. Okay, cool. Good talk. Started in late alpha. Very late alpha. Yes. So maybe we just have to accept the contour line on the north side. Probably north and... but not west? Really? That's weird. It's just... they're just directly north. Okay. Yeah, because if I wanted to do something about this, I would have to keep going up, I think. Yeah. Is there any way I could... I can't really think of any other way. Like, I would have to pick the lightest color, and I would have to make the whole thing a gradient. Because there's no way to get shadow onto this thing without actually putting a block there, and the block would be visible. Do I want to do that? Honestly, if I'm going to be doing this, I should be doing it properly. So we might as well then. And I think what I'm doing then is I'm going to be doing this. I don't want a bunch of Endermen. And now it should be safe to use water to wash away this. Oh, well, that made it all harder, but all right. Gotta have a challenge, right? All right. Now we gotta really keep track of this. Well, that's 4. Let's... What shader mod? This is Iris. I think what you're asking is what shader pack, though. And that's in shaders. The shaders command. I've lost my count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it 6? These are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. GG. Oh. Let's not try to place a carpet in midair. Alright, this is what we need to build up to. It is a very bright green on the map now, but I guess that's fine. Which is interesting given how dark it is in the game because there's no light. And I need a lot more wool. What if I do this? Oh, it's now we're gonna get this problem instead. Right, so what Benjamin was saying. Okay, feel like I'm just being slow by trying to do something clever, but then it's not turning out as clever as I wanted it, so let's just not try to be clever. Okay, now, this is going to mean I need to build the entire thing from the north end, right? I think that's true. Carpet's just spawn proofing, yes. Which I guess I could do without, but it doesn't matter. Thank you, Mikatu. Have a good one. I guess I can finish the pixel that comes after this. Two. Three. Maybe I do this. 4. 5. 6. 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 7. And then this would be 8. Ooh. Yeah, this is a quite annoying thing to have to do. try to finish my time zone. I'll have a great rest of your time zone. I see. Eat up your time zone now, little Billy. How did I end up with a non-full stack? Each of these should take a full... Each pixel should take a full stack. Okay. We need... shift around a bunch of stuff here, I think. Maybe I took out a non-full stack because these weren't full or something. It's gonna be a huge pain to remove. Not too. I don't think it's gonna be that much worse than washing away the carpet, to be honest. A first row of blocks. That's entirely true. I did not think about that. All right, so it's here, right? Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Could be a start. 1, 2, 3. Oh, this is gonna be forever. This and 2 chunks. To here. Alright, and it's the bottom part of the chunk already, so we're just going until that. Okay. There's another way to think about this. Is it doesn't matter what I put underneath if I put carpet on top. So potentially there could be a better block choice for what to put underneath. I'm kind of thinking that the way to get rid of this also is just to burn it. Yeah, scaffolding did come to mind. This looks so weird. All right, what are we talking about, chat? You got to do like an AMA thing out of this because this is going to take forever. So if I'm only talking about placing wool, we're talking about nothing for the entire time. So what have you always wanted to know, but never dared ask, or something? I don't know. This is big enough that there could be Enderman spawns at the far end. It's really hard to see what I'm placing. Maybe I should just not care about Enderman. When did you first grow your obsession with burning things? That's not a thing. So I guess my answer is no. I don't think we have Enderman griefing. So, because otherwise they could steal these blocks. I think I'm just going to ignore the Enderman. Yeah, it's just going to be the fastest thing here. I do not have a poster of a pufferfish on my wall, no. I do not put posters of my enemies.
Yay.
Why not? I think I just answered that.
Can you play Pig Step?
Can, yes. Will, no. And then we need to get the same... Okay, this is going to be a lot more tricky than I had imagined it, just because I ended up needing to do this all on a slope. Because the whole thing is going to end up being really slopey. That's it, yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway because bees don't care what humans think is impossible.
Bees do not care about being fat-shamed. It is a map art thing. So the way the game does colors on a map is if you just place a block, you get its color, right? But you also get contours on maps. And so the way the game does that is if you have a block like this, it's going to be really hard to see with black, actually. That is two different colors because the game is checking if the next block over is higher or lower. So if you do that, then you get like 3 different colors because now this is higher and it's like shading this thing. Whereas this thing is just in some shade, and only the ones that are like have the block that is directly to the north is lower are considered in like full light. Yeah, it's kind of a gradient, but it's not like, I don't know to explain it really. Like, these are going to be really annoying because they're each pixel, if you will, is going to have to keep sloping in the same gradient. But the next one's over will start over because they're... Yeah, okay. So what we're doing here is this. This is fine if it's just Endermen that are like... If it's just that the Endermen are annoying enemies. It's not fine if it's Endermen that start to take the... blocks. So your bottom step a carpet and so not actually lower. Because I started putting carpet on them. That's possible. One thing we might want to do here. Oh my god, yes, that's the problem. How long do you think it would take Brian to read the entire B movie script based on its speech rates? I do not know, but I know it would stop because it does have a limit to how long it will go. I'm actually kind of thinking here that the best thing to do would be to build everything off of this slope. Because this slope would work equally well if it was stuck like up there. And it's going to be really annoying that the whole pattern isn't the same. This glass platform is in white 57. Do I even have space for all of this? Surely I do, right? Yeah, I think we're tearing this down. We're so short into it that just remaking it is going to be faster. If I figure out how to be fast, it's going to be worthwhile. And yes, I don't know exactly about the shading of that first black pixel, essentially. It might be wrong, in which case the way for us to fix it would be to remake the entire thing right now. You think the B movie will still be a meme when it's old enough to be public domain? Honestly, I'm not sure about the state of planet Earth or the human race. That's that point. So this is actually faster to mine out a wall block than it is to mine out the carpet. That is not what I wanted to do. Another way to think about that is I don't know that I believe that the current laws about copyright and public domain will last that long. They might either be just not there anymore and something completely different has happened, or their time limit has been extended, so the B movie now is, you know, owned by some mega corporation until year 4000 or whatever. Okay. I am really not liking that I can't see this map properly without light. I don't see a difference in that line. So I don't know. Well, there should be a line here somewhere that, you know, because not all of this has carpet, but some of it does. So there should be a line where there's a straight line across with a different lightness of black, I guess. And there is, yes. It's very, very subtle, but it is visible if you open the screenshot and look at it. Okay, so I've got two options here. One is to tear the entire thing down and just do blocks. The other is to put carpet on. Well, I have a few options. The other is to put carpet on it. The third option is to find where I stopped doing carpet and just move those blocks up by one. Honestly, this amount of Endermen might be an indication that it would be smart to keep putting carpet down. But it's just so much more. Just burn it. We're going all in on full blocks. That's what's happening. Alright. Welcome to the map art platform. I've made 0 amount of progress this far. Actually, it's going to be really annoying because now there are Endermen in the way. I'll do this from the top. Place a few torches. They're transparent. Yeah, I think that makes sense. We place 1 torch per pixel. Is that enough? Oh god. I'm not in good shape for doing fighting here. Ow! Goddamn, this is terrible. This was a super bad idea. Void. There we go. The reason it was a really bad idea was because if it killed me there, I would have exploded all over the place, and my items would all have gone into the void. Now we're all chilling. Alright, I do not need that. I do not need that. Set myself up better here. I need my torches. These can go in a bundle. Okay. Actually, if I place a few torches also, it hopefully means that... Oh, crap. No. These are supposed to still be here. To the edge of the chunk. It hopefully also means that I will actually see stuff better on the map. Ghost of a duck. Okay. Actually, just placing torches on each pixel also might be a nice way to keep track of the pixels. Is it sufficient? Surely should be, right? Oh, this is really annoying though. I should be doing this from the other end, I think. Oh, they're both negative. Okay, never mind. Be there. Guess we can do this. Actually, I'm not sure this will be exactly enough. Let's go despawn these folk. Come on. One more. There we go. All right. So what if we do this? I should get rid of all the carpets out of my inventory now. I will not need them. Okay, it's 2. Ah, no. Give me that. Or half a pixel. This is actually a reasonable way to place them. See a delta flag? That's just a cool view. I actually think this might not be dense enough torches. This is number 6. One more for the entire pixel then. Okay. So that is 1 pixel. I've closed a bunch of stuff. See you, spooks. Let's go from this end, I guess. So we're going up by 1. This is a black pixel. It should have torch. Nothing spawned yet, which is interesting. Next to it, there's a green pixel. Oh, wait. Yeah. So it might become spawn proof when I put torches on this row, but it isn't from only the bottom. Alright, so that's that. Maybe I lay down the entire row. And then we get torches. You're like in the middle of a place I thought would be spawn proof though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so the torches are slightly misaligned. Great. What's the spawn limit of them on in the end? That was still 1. But maybe it isn't. This is going to take forever. I also do have a very hard cutoff on the stream tonight. Because we have a Mindcrack thing after it. So, this is going to be our last ad break coming up here, folks. Sorry about the ads. If you don't like them, you can sub to the channel or you can get Twitch Turbo. And you can keep watching. Yeah, they're quite annoying, but they're not as annoying as before. Oh, god damn it. Yeah. Secrets, but maybe not so interesting secrets. It's just a lot of behind the scenes coordination stuff going on. You've changed the way I do map art from now on. Never knew about glass removing the gray from void maps. Ah, that's cool. Definitely can't take credit for that though. But I'm happy I could convey it to you. Oh. So half the pixel. Credit for exposure? Sure. Why do I feel like this thing is not centered on the map? Hold up. There are 2 chunks out here, right? There are 2 chunks on this side. And there are 2 chunks on this side. It is just an illusion. Where am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Too much attention to stuff. Hey, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, folks. I hope you had a fantastic stream today. I do not believe I am acquainted with Charlie before. Glad to have you here. Hope you had a great day. And welcome to the Mindcrack SMP server, where we're currently struggling a little bit trying to make map art, which turned much more complicated than I imagined that it would be. But I think at least now we have gotten the method down to the madness, so that should be 6, 7. Is the glass transparency trick an intended feature or a bug or a happy accident? Yes. Do not know. Probably find out by going and digging it out of the Jira database, because surely somebody reported it, and see what the status of the bug is. If it's set as working as intended, then it's intended. You know, even if it wasn't intended whenever it happened. This should be the end of this pixel. I'm confused by the way these torches are set. I feel like there's missing a torch here in the middle. I'm just gonna randomly plonk it there. Alright. Give me my drawing. So we're there. Nice. We have one more green pixel here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gonna head out now. Been streaming for too long. Totally understand that. Quite common with raid and runs, and they are absolutely okay. Take care of yourself. And then there's so much gray. There are 4 gray pixels. So where the black starts here is where we should have wait. The gray goes until the green on the other layer. That's it. And then there's a black pixel. Get out of my face. And then green. All right. Now we just do that 7 more times for this layer, for this pixel. This is annoying in a way because it takes quite a bit of concentration, despite feeling like a very repetitive, concentrated thing. It means I can't like focus on talking a lot about something or reading chat or whatnot. What will I be using this map for? This is kind of the logo for my teleportation transport company that is opening soon on the server. So I'll be putting it on like the entrances to stations and stuff. I didn't want to go deeper into that concept given that the video isn't out yet. It will be out tomorrow. It's the 4th? 4th. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it actually ends up looking on different blocks and stuff. Open and confirmed. It was untriaged then. Yes. So unknown. Might be bug, might be feature. It's so weird because I have this microphone. It's not, you know, fully in my headphones, but it is feeding into my headphones, so I hear what's going on, right? Mostly because I want to be able to hear if there's a cat screaming that's going into the microphone, but it isn't like strong enough to be heard through the whatever's going on in the headphones. So when I mute it to do something like that, like the whole room sounds different. Everything just sounds slightly weird. Please be feature. I like it. We hope for feature. Yeah, sure. I mean, obviously I'm using it now too, so be in the same. Ultimately not my decision to make. More of a gameplay question. I think there are a lot of open questions when it comes to maps, right? Given that they're completely different between the editions. I think that was 6. This would be 7. And I guess that would mean we were approaching out chunk border. No, this would be 8 then. That was 7. This is 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I don't know, something that just looks really weird with this light gray wall against this, like with the light level and everything here. All right, another pixel is done. Looks really weird on the map. I'm just assuming that that is because it's not done. Like, since everything is aligned to chunks, it really can't be wrong. Hello? Thank you. Stupid little fly. Fun being part of the revamped Minecraft server. Did you watch Minecraft back in the day? I did. Yes. Watched for a very long time. Well, that's maybe an overstatement. I watched a long time ago. I used to follow all the old UHCs like religiously. I watched like all the perspectives. Had a lot more spare time back then. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. Yeah, this is okay. So this is the first one. 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, no, I want one more pixel. So this is actually wrong. But I need a torch on there. I have not done my ABBA, no. I've spent a lot of time being sick. Here, maybe? Maybe this will be good enough. Keep us for a long time, and then here, maybe? Yes. Okay, should be all good with that now. I should talk to Cone. Man, no. Can't be bothered with that. Have you made a lot of map art before? No, absolutely not. I don't even know if I've done any. Like, I've seen a lot and I've been around a bunch of the map art made on my fan server and stuff, but I don't know that I've ever made any kind of actual art myself. If I have, I've done it flat for sure. Okay. Next pixel is also black. 2 gray pixels. I should be putting torches on these. Here. To black. Okay, good. That lines up. I'm liking that. There. I guess when I have all the torches down like this, they don't spawn anymore. They only spawn while I'm kind of halfway up the build. Hi, Lexi. Oh boy. This is as wide as the pattern gets, though, so that's nice. Quite tiring to do this across the entire thing. We're not even halfway. At least Enderman is not stealing the wool. That would have been that would have been extra annoying. Then it would have been like absolutely crucial to spawn proof everything too if we had that on. That would have sucked so bad. Actually kind of feeling reasonable now, so I hope that was just me imagining things before. And stair-stepping map art, yes. It's all one big stair. Am I mid-chunk? Or no, we're at the start of a chunk? Okay. It becomes kind of mesmerizing. You don't even look at what it is anymore. It's just like placing blocks. Okay. I do have more life. Great. It'd be nice to have this in some semblance of reasonable order. I'm not going to need the grate for a long time, though. Maybe... No, we'll be fine. So that was the 4th. We're halfway through a pixel. Hey, Lexi in-game also. Double Lexi. Twice as good. You don't know Lexi, go check her out. Can we get a shout out? The mod has a finger on a shout out button, maybe. Lots of fantastic server mates on here. Lots of great creators. There we go. Thank you so much. Click that little link. Or drop a follow. Ooh. My dude just wants to ruin my day. Why are you like this? Who came and built a whole big staircase over your home dimension? Moobot doesn't have a sub anymore. Sliced one Triple H. Hello? Has inventory? We're still transmitting to Twitch and to YouTube. Yeah, we're server dead. Okay. I sure hope that didn't roll back a bunch of that effort, because that would suck. Okay, we're in the same place. Yeah, it seems to be happening a fair bit with this server in particular. I don't know if it's because we have a bunch of mods and stuff on here. Okay. Alright. Didn't lose any progress. I think? No. So, we're all good. It'd be really nice to finish this before our thing later, but I don't think that's in the cards. I have half an hour left. The hacks the admins do, obviously. Okay, well, I misclick. I lost track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. This should be the last line for this pixel. Should mean we're in the middle of a chunk here. No. Oh, it's just perspective. There's a lot of like weird perspective stuff going on with this map. I feel like the last pixel looks differently than the other ones, but I don't think it does. It's just brain doing weird brain things. Okay. We're almost... Once this pixel is finished, we're halfway through. So it's gray here. And given that we're not halfway through yet, and I've gone through more than half of my black wool, that's probably not a great sign. There might have been some black wool down there, but most of it was carpets, so might be in trouble here. Eight. This is the second pixel. Let's see if we can make this line up. I'm feeling like this is hard to count. There'll be one more pixel here. And then 2 gray. All right. Just do the same thing again and again now. This is breaking surprisingly quickly. I guess it only has like 700-800 things in it. Maybe I should make more shears, so I have a bunch, because I don't like that I have a tool that doesn't last long enough when you're like out doing a thing. That is a long way. Yes, it's the width of the pattern is at its maximum now, so makes sense. Yeah, it'll be lovely to get rid of all of this later. Even burning it, I feel like it's gonna be a problem, because like you set fire to it, then it's like half of it burns, and then you're gonna have to try to, you know, get to the right, like land on the block so that you can set fire to it again or remove it. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Netherite shears one. You want to take 2 netherite ingots and make them into shears? So many mods that like add different shears, like wooden shears and stuff. That's halfway, I think. We're getting quite high up here. For the durability, oof. So the netherite, like hunting, digging those stupid tunnels is just one of my least favorite activities. You place lava at the top, will it eventually destroy everything? Maybe if sufficient amount of them. Okay, it would flow down most of it. And then, well, would they might, the underside of them might catch fire, but the lava being there would prevent the top side from catching fire, right? I don't know if they can still like burn even if they're not like on fire. But there's also just what happens to the lava when a block burns, right? Because there's just gonna be lava updates all over the top. So I'm not I'm not too keen on that, to be honest. I mean, honestly, just tearing it down with shears is not going to be that cumbersome. Like, you just walk line by line and break them all. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's just that I don't have the durability in my shears to do it. And I definitely don't want to do that without the enchanted shears. So probably need to go make a better tool. Or a number of better tools. I guess what I mind with the netherite thing is just like, there's no real trick to it. There's no real skill to it. You have to know a number, right? You have to know where kind of is the best case. And then either you just blast everything with, because you have tons of TNT, or you just mine long hallways. And in either case, there's really much skill to it. It's just persistence. You just keep doing the thing. And it's a thing you need like a reasonable quantity of also, and it's so sparse. I'd kind of wished that it had some kind of proximity to something, so you could kind of locate it by going like, oh yeah, here's this type of vein of something else, like the basalt is formed this way here, so therefore, you know, that type of thing. All right, we are halfway through the pattern, and because it is symmetrical, that means we need another pixel of exactly the same. This is the border. Yes, okay, cool. I find it satisfying to punch another chunk once in a while. Are you sure? Oh wow, I ran out of black and light gray at the same time. Huh. Yeah, we're definitely running out of black. I guess I can go back home and fetch the rest of the wool and then make the other, like make 5 shears or something at the same time. Hold on. What have I done here? I said I wanted the exact same. And then I did something different. Same is not different, Lime. Different is not same. I lost a couple of wool there, and I'm going to be really annoyed that my stacks don't match up. All right, there we go. Also want netherite, flint, and steel. Well, that would be flint and netherite then, wouldn't it? That's a lot of black wool you put down. Holy moly. The worst part is, like, I feel like it's not impossible that this just ends up not looking all that great. I liked it as a pattern in just wool blocks. Definitely like that. Not so sure I'm liking this one. The green, the lime got very, well, I guess it's quite similar to this. Oh well. Definitely finishing it though. Netherite shears also don't burn in lava when shearing in the nether. Yeah, as you do, you know. You know, when you've put lava over your entire wool thing to burn it up, and then you have to shear some because they don't burn. I think that's the reasonable use case. Making history here. Someone write these ideas down. Very nice. So I'm likely running out of all wool except lime. Hey, Radical. How's it going? Whoa. Taking notes. I'm losing focus, and I never thought that that would prevent me from doing map art, but here we are. Luckily, there's only a few minutes left before we actually need to stop. So. Oh, well, that is a reason to stop too. Okay, so hold up. We're supposed to be mid chunk, so with 2 more rows. Netherite ice for when you're cutting onions. Like netherite contacts then? Also for when you accidentally dip your ice into lava. Very useful. And the creepers when? You want to end the creepers? You just go fight them. Honestly, so many mods add like nether creepers and end creepers and dirt creepers and this and that creepers, and it's just so unimaginative. Like, it's one of my least favorite mechanics. Just don't, like, make up something more fun, something different. Not saying that creepers are my least favorite mechanic. I'm saying mods adding that are. I do not have enough wool to keep going through the next layer. So this is the end of a layer. Maybe
End creepers.
Creepers, yes, absolutely. Thank you, Brian. That's exactly how you say that. Maybe I will put down the first layer here. I hope I have enough wool for that. Just to get the torches down. Ending all the creepers on the servers. Very nice. Yeah, you had some big thing going there, right? I completely lost count. So I'm cheating and looking at the torches instead of counting. Actually. It's supposed to be black. Well, right now is a little bit of a lie, though. You're not online. Nice. The timing. Where am I? Gray here. Yeah. Another gray. Cool. Had enough for the entire layer. And 24 to spare. Alright. So I will have to keep going with this later. Maybe I'll do it offline, or maybe we'll continue. We'll see. Probably want to do something else tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not Fedrin. I don't have too much of this in me at once. She has way more persistence here than I do. Stamina for this. Alright. That is a weird looking thing just fly down to. That's also quite weird looking. Let's go have a little peek at how this looks on a wall. What? Okay, I see. It's a logo with half a duck. It'll be reasonable, I think. Cool. I think that's where we wrap up, folks. Trust the process. But the process has duck. Yeah, I do need to wrap up here and that. What's... Oh. Interesting. Process the duck? Sure, yeah. Obviously, that's what it was about, right? Did I look at you in the eyes in a very meaningful way to make you very angry? No. Hey, look, it's raining on Mindcrack. Yeah. I mean, we did the thing. How similar are they? For some reason, I feel like the top of the map one is just like slightly elongated, but I think it's just because of the kind of paper color around it. And when it's on something invisible, it will not look like that. But okay. All right. Wouldn't adding a line of glass block? It didn't. Well, we tried with glass panes, and that didn't do it. So I think I couldn't figure out what to do to make it work. So we're certainly not changing it now. I also was surprised, yes. But thank you, folks. Thank you, everybody, for hanging around. Who are we raiding today? Because I'm assuming nobody else on this server is going to be streaming. Let's see. I mean, Packrat's streaming, but he's also going to join the thing that I am joining, so... this is Jojo. I don't know if she's going. Let's go say hi to Linksy. Thank you, folks. Have a great rest of your day, or morning, or night, or evening, or whatever time it is in your time zone. And thank you for today. See you tomorrow. Keep an eye out on the YouTube channel for the Mindcrack video tomorrow. Have a good one. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.